tonight we got some hype projects to bring you, so let's get into it. I'm going to start off. I'm dealing with Soulz here. So I think, this project seems to have a good amount of hype. If we just jump to their Twitter quickly, 98,000 followers is a huge amount. I did do my notorious Twitter audit, and 98% are real. I think with this amount of followers, it's normal to have 1,000 bots. I did me the other day on the show, and I had 3 bots, and I haven't invited any bots. So 800 out of 100,000 is definitely perfect. So that seems to be very real followers. So definitely a hyped project. If we look at they're launching on the 20th for pre-sale, 20th of February, 22nd of February for public. The mint price is still to be announced. Don't know yet. The collection size is 7,777. If you look at the art, it's very Azuki, almost copycat in a way. So, I would call it a derivative. With that said, we do know Asian art is pumping at the moment. I think it's important when you're getting into a project to know what you're getting into. And this is a derivative project. So what that signals to me is that I would watch it very carefully before minting, the numbers that are minted, the volume on OpenSea before I mint. And I would also be very cautious of the mint price, depending on what that price is. I would either get in or not, but could potentially be a good flip. Long term, I'm not so sure. Look, there's teams that don't have much experience that end up learning on the job and delivering huge value. But there is no notable NFT or gaming or IT experience with this team. So if we just jump onto the team side of it, we've got the co-founder here, Hopium. I hope I'm saying that correctly. The other co-founder, Dylan, and then another co-founder, Sashi. So they are doxed. I did quite a bit of digging. I didn't have to dig, and I found quite a lot, but I did quite a lot of digging even on LinkedIn. I was able to find where they're from, their full names, except for one of the 3. But I was able to find them quite easily. If you look here on their Soulz thing, it links to their Twitter. If you then jump through, here you see joined in 2018. Always good. Got 42,000 followers, which is quite incredible. This is the artist. This isn't their art, so he's definitely working on other projects. I know what project this is, also an upcoming project. So notable artist, I would say. I mean, that's a great following for an individual. And then this is one of the, this is the artist over here. Then this must be the founder, one of the founders here. Sorry about that. This must be one of the founders. So this is the artist, not a huge following, joined recently. So, that doesn't mean anything. It just basically means that he didn't have a Twitter account before getting into NFTs. So be it. I mean, he has been able to amass 1,000 followers since January. So, the team side of it, their background has got absolutely, I'll just go in here, the LinkedIn stuff that I was able to find. So Dylan was at a sports and fitness college for 2 years and was at business university for 2 years, lives in Malaysia. There's not much else there. Something that didn't sit so great with me, he said he's got an Axie Infinity Scholar. That's how he called it, Axie Infinity Scholar, but there's actually a scholarship that you literally just join, and that makes you an Axie Infinity Scholar. So that didn't, I'd rather he left that out, to be quite honest. I don't know, makes it seem like he's trying for something that wasn't there. I don't know. Wasn't so happy about it. I went on his Facebook. He's got 2,000 followers. Again, he's doxed fully. Says he works in 4 places. One of them is Soulz. Instagram has about 400 followers. So nothing to write home about on the team side of things, but again, that's just something to take into consideration. I wouldn't put everything into that. The roadmap also was for me pretty generic. So phase 1 launched Twitter. Okay, great. Phase 2 Discord. Phase 1 launched Discord and website. okay, you sort of have to do that. I don't even know that needs to be there. I mean, if I was consulting on this project, I would get rid of that altogether. Also, they've done all of that, so why not move the dot? Still flashing over there. Phase 2 is the mint secondary market, a verified holder channel in Discord, which is really like takes half a second. Rarity tools listing, great. That is nice. Costs an ETH, I think, to do. And Soul merchandise. You know what I feel about merchandise in general. I just, it's like, let's donate to the pandas and give a cap. Phase 3, holders will be able to claim one dish from the Rumum shop to change the NFT. Now, quite honestly, I've seen this in a few projects. I don't particularly like it. I don't want my rarity being changed as other guys add things onto theirs. I don't like it. I don't want my peers or the other people who own the collections metadata changing. I don't want to change mine. Sell it if you don't like it and buy one you like. That's what makes the demand and supply. So I've seen it. I'm not pointing fingers at them, but I actually don't like that either. Soulz Vault created for the community, Rumum shop built in the metaverse, public sale of Soulz 2. So here, public sale, it doesn't say every Soul holder will get a Soulz 2. So again, just a question mark. If you own one, will you have to actually pay to mint it? Who knows? Phase 4 gets exciting if they able to do this and do this. Metaverse 3D players, playable characters are claimable for holders. Extra metaverse land and buildings created for holders, and a metaverse party. So that's cool. I like that part of it. And phase 5, P2E anime game in production. Again, I'm not saying that it's not possible. It's just usually you'll have someone on the team that has got that experience if it is in production, unless they're saying it will be put into production. Again, a bit misleading and a bit uncertain. In real life events, and more in development for holders. So look, I mean, nothing jumping out about that. It's almost like the art is a derivative, the roadmap's a bit of a derivative, the team's a derivative. There's nothing special. There's no notable background on the team. There's nothing notable on the artwork. It really is very similar to, I mean, even Divine Anarchy. It's very similar to. Very similar. Even the colors of the backgrounds and things like that.
It's kind of your typical anime art style, to be honest. I mean, it is cool. Like I appreciate the detail of like that middle one there with the bullets and flying by and the embers and whatever that design. I appreciate the little details and stuff. I do like that. They're adding a little bit more of an element to it. But I agree. And that wolf, that spirit wolf thing, that looks really cool. But again, like it's just sort of jumping on that anime meta bandwagon and hoping to sell out from that, because like you said, there isn't really any meat on the bones of that roadmap.
So what they do have going for them is that big Twitter following. Okay, legitimate, which we've established is legitimate. Let's just check the engagement. I mean, this must have been a pinned tweet at a stage because it's had 15,000 retweets, which is incredible, 13,000 likes and 10,000 comments. You can see this one, 100 retweets. So there's engagement. I mean, 10,000 retweets, there's good engagement. And if you go onto their Twitter, onto their Discord, now again, like these days, I don't believe it. I'm not pointing fingers at Soulz. I just, in general, I've seen so many inflating this number. It's so difficult there's no tool that we can tell if this is real or not. But when I did spend some time in the general and I didn't talk, I just watched, there is good engagement. So I think what it's got going for it is hype. And that's why I said in the beginning, for me, I'd be looking at it carefully, depending on mint price and floor price on OpenSea. It might be a really good flip. I don't think there's anything more than that there for me, where I could be buying into a Brian's, for example, that's already got a game in development with 10 million downloads, or I could be buying into something else that's got, the head of a gaming company as their CEO. Where there's so much options, this for me wouldn't be something that I would want to hold long term. And the truth of the matter is, when I feel that way in the beginning, the times I have tried to hold it long term, I end up selling at the wrong time because I get spooked really easily because I don't believe in the project long term. So this would not be one for me to hold long term, but definitely worth keeping an eye on for a flip. and
Yep.
that would be my feeling on it.
Definitely has a lot of hype, so
Yeah,
can be a good thing for flippers, and a good thing for just building a solid project. Do your own research, guys. That's the best advice.